From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Monday morning. Hope everyone out there had a fantastic weekend. The weather was fantastic this weekend, and that's going to continue for the next few days. But Thursday and beyond, our pattern's going to flip. Rain chances going up, temperatures going down as highs could slip down into the upper 50s to low 60s for our lower elevations. Air quality this morning still pretty lousy around that eastern flank of the fire that is burning. It's the Labor Mountain fire, but it's burning right on the county line of Chelan County and Kittitas County. But for the rest of us, a lot of green on this map, which is exactly what we want to see, which indicates good air quality. Look at temperatures this morning. Ellensburg down into the upper 20s. How about that? So 29 for Ellensburg, 37 for the Tri-Cities, 46 for Walla Walla. In general, I think most of us are probably in the 30s. Here's your day planner forecast for this Monday for lower elevations. Still going to be into the 30s and 40s by 8 this morning, but closer to 60 for lunchtime, closer to 70 for the warmest part of the day. A superb forecast. That's going to continue over the next few days, but again, the pattern flipping later this week. I'll talk more in depth about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, Pasco police making 4 DUI arrests over the weekend. We have the bizarre details on one of the stops they made. Plus, farmers in our region are turning away from growing hops and apples and making hemp instead. We have the reasons why and what local leaders are saying about it. Also coming up, could be the cutest vehicle stop you've ever seen. We'll let you know what officers in Prosper say this little suspect did and what they cited him with. It's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest on this October 6th. I'm Jade Elliott, and we start this morning off with a crime alert out of Pasco. Police telling us they arrested a man for driving under the influence, but it was the car that the man was driving that had officers really scratching their heads. Take a look at your screen. This is a photo sent in to us by Pasco Police. You'll see the car that the suspect was driving doesn't have much of a left tire on its wheel anymore. So according to Pasco Police, the suspect tried to park the vehicle once he saw officers behind him, and then he got out and tried to run, but he ran into an area surrounded by a fence. So soon enough, he was taken into custody and handcuffed. On top of the DUI, he was also charged for failure to stop. Officers say on that same night, they arrested 3 other people in separate DUI incidents, and they're reminding the public that there, of course, are much safer and better things to do than drink and drive. 6:03 now, in continuing coverage, the Kennewick School District will be hosting a safety summit at the Kamiakin High School Library tomorrow. It'll be held Tuesday, October 7th. Meeting comes after a 14-year-old Kamiakin High School student allegedly made credible threats on social media against the school. Authorities say that during their investigation, they found videos, a manifesto, and a color-coded map of the school indicating a shooting plot was underway. Safety Summit is designed to bring together families, district staff, local law enforcement, and community partners for an open and moderated discussion on school safety. Again, the meeting is tomorrow, October 7th. It starts at 6 p.m. at the Kamiakin High School Library, and you are encouraged to submit your questions in advance. Turning our attention to a fire watch now, as we're learning that crews are continuing to make steady progress on suppressing the Labor Mountain fire, a fire we've been tracking for weeks now. Now, there has been increased fire activity in the Mission Creek area, so firefighters are taking proactive measures to initiate tactical firing operations. They've been removing thick overgrown brush along Forest Service roads at 7100 and 7104. Clearing this vegetation will help firefighters turn these roadways into stronger containment lines that can hopefully slow or even stop the fire's advance. This operation will produce increased smoke in the area, so do be aware of that. And we want to take a closer look at what fire crews are dealing with this week weather-wise, so we want to send it over to Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth, kind of breaking down conditions on what crews will be facing. Also, you have some updates on acreage and containment.
Yeah, Jade, well, first of all, with the weather conditions they're going to be facing over the next few days, a little bit breezy. It's going to be warm during the afternoons. It's going to be dry, so that's not great news. But later this week, cooler and wetter, so that is the best news of all. Let's go ahead and update you on acreage and containment with the Labor Mountain fire. This one is now around 40,000 acres. And you see it's the eastern side of the fire and the northern side of the fire that continue to be the problem spots, but only 7% contained. Still level 1, level 2, and level 3 evacuations in place in Chelan County. And then we also have those level 1 and level 2 evacuations in place for northern stretches of Kittitas County. So you can find interactive versions of these evacuation maps posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Now let's slide on down to northwestern Yakima County, the Wildcat Fire that is still burning. It's around 15,000 acres, just a little bit above 15,000 acres. Containment dropped once again, so that's bad news. 5% contained now, and still the northeastern flank of the fire is acting up as it's been now for the past handful of weeks. And because of that, those level 2B set evacuations still in place for Goose Prairie and Bumping River Road. But again, an encouraging signal when it comes to our pattern flipping towards the end of this week. I'll talk about that more at length coming up a little bit later in the show.
Josh, thanks so much. It is 6:06 now and taking you to Yakima, where the airport director has just announced that he'll be retiring, citing frustration with city leadership. Robert Hodgman is retiring from his position effective October 31st. He says he did not make this decision lightly, but has been planning his departure for a while, saying it is the result of what he considers a difficult work environment that's been created by what he says is a lack of support from Yakima city leadership. Hodgman says he's been trying to work on improving the Yakima airport for a long time, but the support for those efforts just isn't there.
It just became obvious that the work that I'm trying to do here is not fully supported, and so things all kind of came to a head at the same time, and it became the only real option I had, which was to submit my retirement.
Hodgman says he doesn't want to leave the position that he loves, but the work environment just became too difficult. Despite the challenges, though, Hodgman says good progress has been made on a lot of projects. A spokesperson with the city of Yakima says they are focused on the future of the airport and looking to build its momentum, and that they will begin the search for a new airport director in the next few days. 6:07 now, and Congressman Dan Newhouse spoke with local farmers over the weekend to learn why many are switching from growing hops and apples to growing hemp. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us why farmers are making the switch and what they're asking of their representative.
Central Washington is known for being a leader in agriculture, and one plant is starting to grow in popularity. That plant is hemp, and Washington District 4 Representative Dan Newhouse met with farmers in Sunnyside and Grandview to talk about the crop. The past few years have been especially hard on many local farmers, with apple and hop sales on the decline. As a result, many farmers have turned to hemp to make up for lost revenue.
And so we're just trying to diversify and find something that can sustain, our family and, keep doing what I love to do, which is farming. So.
Many local farms are growing hemp to be used for pharmaceutical and health purposes, which falls under current federal regulations. But farmers are asking Congressman Newhouse to change language in the House Agriculture Appropriation Bill, which is set to restrict hemp and its products. The congressman says he supports making a change.
Absolutely. There's work going on right now to clarify, to make sure that the words say what we want them to say, what we mean for them to say, so that, like I said, that the industry can continue to grow and thrive.
But with the government expected to stay shut down for the weekend, changes to the appropriations bill will have to wait until the government shutdown is over.
It seems pretty simple that we should just make sure we can reopen, get things back to normal, and then continue the process of getting the appropriation bills done. I think we owe that to the American people.
Those against the changes to the bill argue that the current regulations are too loose on hemp growers, and that products with any level of THC should be banned. Critics also want to close a loophole that allows hemp growers to create intoxicating products without facing taxes and restrictions that apply to marijuana. Reporting from Sunnyside, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And a change to the bill's language already passed in the Senate and now will be discussed by the House once the government is back up and running. All right, 6:09, check this out. Could be the cutest little crime alert you've ever seen. Prosser Police Department saying just yesterday evening, this little culprit was out driving his vehicle on a walking pathway. Officers say they were patrolling the 300 block of Wine Country Road, and they spotted the toy red Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat. The one-year-old suspect was stopped in the Les Schwab parking lot. They say he was given a verbal warning and a sticker. Is that not adorable? What a little menace to society, right? So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have the latest on the push by the White House to send National Guard troops to Democratic-governed cities like Portland. We have those details coming up in your national headlines. But we also are going to check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth as we give you that live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. It is 10 minutes after 6 on this Monday. And when we come back, we'll check in on the forecast to see what we have in store as we start our week.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1 hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
These hands are working hands. My hands are the most important tools I have. You need to take care of them. That's where O'Keeffe's comes in.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
If it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also, try O'Keeffe Skin Repair Body Creams.
These hands create. All of the materials I work with dry out my hands. If my hands get really dry, I can't do my job. I depend on O'Keeffe's.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
If it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
O'Keeffe's is hard-working skincare.
Chiefs, Jags, Monday Night Football at 5 tonight on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and show you what happens with the smoke over the next couple days with Futurecast upper level smoke. And we put this into motion later in the day. We're expecting both the fires, the Labor Mountain and the Wildcat fires, both of them to flare up. And thankfully those upper level winds going to be out of the east. So that's not very lucky for our friends over on the west side, but on the east side, that means the air quality should be pretty good for today. Then for tomorrow, those upper level winds going to shift back out of the west, but some more good news for the east side in that, well, at least for the Yakima Valley and the lower Columbia Basin, the Blue Foothills, the Blue Mountains, even a good chunk of the Kittitas Valley, just not seeing significant reductions to air quality or seeing significant smoke output. Okay, current temperatures this morning, look at this, 29 degrees in Ellensburg, 44 in Vantage, and then we take you down to the Yakima Valley. Some of us, even in the valley, around freezing, 33 in Toppenish, but 35 for Yakima. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, a little bit too warm to be around freezing, but 37 for the Tri-Cities, 37 for Umatilla as well. Then for the Blue Foothills, a mixture of 30s and 40s, then 20s, 30s, and 40s for the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here's your coat cast for this Monday. For the Tri-Cities, heavy jacket weather for this morning, light jacket weather into the late morning and around lunchtime, then a little window of some t-shirt weather into the afternoon before some light jacket weather sets back in for this evening. So for today, around 70 for lower elevations, a lot of sunshine, but this is going to change later this week. I'll tell you about those changes in store coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 6:15 in your national headlines now this morning. A federal judge temporarily blocked the deployment of California's National Guard troops to Portland, Oregon. That all comes just one day after the same ruling was made on the deployment of the Oregon National Guard. President Trump ordering the California troops to Portland to protect what he calls a, quote, war-ravaged city. About 100 California National Guard troops had already arrived in Oregon. Oregon Governor Tina Kotek said that the president's move to send troops from California appears to intentionally sidestep Saturday's ruling, which the Trump administration said it would appeal. According to the government lawyers, the National Guard is needed to protect ICE agents trying to carry out their work and also to prevent violent riots. Texas has also been ordered to send 400 members of their National Guard to Portland as well. No word yet on if a judge will also block the deployment of those troops. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Giving you a live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your full First Alert forecast as we make our way into this week.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Wheel of Fortune Live, America's game show, comes to your hometown in this thrilling live theatrical experience. Contestants are randomly selected from the audience to solve puzzles and win big. Live at Legends Event Center, Saturday, November 15th and Sunday, November 16th. Don't miss your chance to spin it to win it. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and at the Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Wheel of Fortune Live.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on breakfast, which comes in handy when you've got the whole family in town.
Buy one, add one for $1. Now with Sausage McGriddles and more breakfast favorites. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
70% of breast cancers are discovered through self-exam. With early detection, the 5-year survival rate is high. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Memorial Health, now scheduling mammograms with your health and safety in mind. This is how we care.
Welcome back to what should be a thrilling second half.
Chiefs, Jags, Monday Night Football at 5 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
Monday, Jennifer Lopez comes to life from Kiss of the Spider Woman. If you need a backup dancer, I always need a backup dancer.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a superb day to be outside, especially as we head into the afternoon, but a lot of sunshine across the map for this Monday, and high temperature is going to be pretty seasonal for early October, around 70 for the valleys, for the basin, for the foothills, and then 50s and 60s for the highest terrain of both the Cascades and the Blues. Gusts today going to be a little bit breezy for US 97, so that's not excellent news for the Labor Mountain fire for containment efforts of said fire. Also, it's going to be a little bit breezy today for the Blue Foothills, but for the rest of us, light gust. Then for tonight, clear skies. Overnight lows going to be down into the 30s and 40s. Once again, maybe not as chilly as what we're seeing this morning in Ellensburg as we're down to 29, but gust at this point going to become a little bit breezier for the Wildcat fire, calming down though for the Labor Mountain fire. But then as we head into Tuesday, gusty for both of those fire perimeters in the Cascades, also gusty for the Blues. The rest of us seeing light winds, and then by Tuesday night, still breezy for the Labor Mountain fire. Also a little bit breezy in the Kittitas Valley and breezy for the Blues as well. But for the Yakima Valley, for the lower Columbia Basin, the Blue Foothills, calm gust by Tuesday night. Okay, high temperatures going to stay pretty steady through about Thursday to Friday for the Tri-Cities. Our forecast for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, in essence, going to be the same with a lot of sunshine, but that downward slide in temperatures from Thursday through Sunday, that is going to sync up with rain chances going up for Thursday through Sunday. So again, we've kind of gone back and forth between these drier and warmer stretches and these cooler and wetter stretches. It looks like we're about to flip patterns once again. Here is a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Warm, dry, and sunny through Wednesday, cooler and wetter Thursday through Sunday. Then for Yakima, highs hover around 70 over the next few days. Then rain chances could drive highs all the way down to 60 by Sunday. In Ellensburg, perfect fall weather to start this week. Then quite brisk this weekend with mid-50s to low 60s. For Hermiston, low to mid-70s with a lot of sunshine for the next 3 days. Then shower chances with cooler highs Thursday and into the weekend. And finally, for Walla Walla, perfect early October weather for the first half of the week. Small rain chances Thursday and Friday. Then rain likely for a much cooler weekend.
Still ahead on Good Morning Northwest. In case you missed it, we have the verdict on the Diddy case, how long he's been sentenced to prison for. It's all coming up in your entertainment headlines.
Getting the home of your dreams is easy during the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. Find great deals on sofas, bedrooms, and dining groups. Or get 60 months no-interest financing. The home makeover sale, on now at Furniture Row.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Fort of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Your best defense against breast cancer is a healthy lifestyle. Don't smoke, exercise regularly, limit alcohol. Learn more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Memorial Health, now scheduling mammograms with your health and safety in mind. This is how we care.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today.
It's the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And that means 30% off the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or score 60 months no interest and free shipping. The 30th anniversary sale on now at Denver Mattress.
WSUR Tonapalooza Farmers Field. Fly the Northwest Tuesday at 6.
Welcome back at 6:24 to Good Morning Northwest. In case you missed this in the entertainment news, disgraced hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs sentenced to 50 months in prison on Friday in a Manhattan federal courthouse.
Yeah, he was convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution by a jury in early July. He addressed the court earlier and begged the judge for mercy, calling his actions disgusting, shameful, and sick.
Well, he even apologized to his victims. Combs has remained in jail since the July verdict after the judge twice refused requests by his attorney to grant him bail.
In addition to his 50-month sentence, he also must pay a $500,000 fine.
All right, in more entertainment news, actress, producer, and writer Lauren Graham got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Graham is an award-winning actress, best known for her role on the television shows Gilmore Girls and Parenthood. Gilmore Girls got a reboot in a limited Netflix series in 2016.
The 58-year-old is also a New York Times best-selling author. Graham has appeared on Broadway and will play a part in the upcoming movie Reminders of Him.
Friday's ceremony included guest speaker Amy Sherman Palladino, Gilmore Girls creator.
Congrats to her.
Yeah.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. It is spooky season, but the deals we're seeing aren't that scary. We're looking at everything from headphones to coffee makers, all the tricks and the treats for your wallet this month coming up in your next half hour.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
And the princess never felt the pee as the Summit made for a perfect night's sleep.
What was it like before Denver Mattress?
30 years ago, getting a mattress was pretty scary. Middlemen hawked spring-filled slabs, hardly fit for a dog, at prices like you wouldn't believe. And you'd barely sleep, what with bad foam and even worse support. But then, Denver Mattress came to town. They promised a better night's sleep, and they delivered. And it still holds true to this day. Denver Mattress. After 30 years, still the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Irresistibly smooth chocolate to put the world on pause. Lindor, made to melt you by the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads.
Plus, the local expertise to connect you with new customers. Wherever your market is, we'll get results to build your business. Phase 3 Digital. Contact us today. From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Here at the clinic, we stay up to date on the latest research and we offer cutting-edge therapies. We treat a number of different conditions, specifically Parkinson's disease, stroke recovery, traumatic brain injury, fibromyalgia, diabetes. We also treat folks dealing with cognitive decline due to aging.
We all have dreams and ideas about how life is going to be, and then life happens, and it's not necessarily what we pictured. So how do we deal with that? I've lived with multiple sclerosis for years. It's realizing that it's all one system. How do you reset your goals so that you can live a happy, healthy life even with chronic illness? And I can attest, yes, you can. My life is incredibly happy.
We first start by improving oxygen utilization in the cells because healthy cells are well oxygenated. We then work towards improving areas of the brain that are inefficient, and for this we use a number of different modalities. We offer oxygen contrast therapy, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, transcranial photobiomodulation, and our latest addition, brain high-intensity interval training.
We also build a schedule for the patient that makes it easy to adapt their game plan to their lives and the therapies they do inside the clinic. To get started, call 509-783-5465 and schedule an appointment with a client advocate today.
Chiefs, Jags, Monday Night Football at 5 tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Monday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Josh Colbert.
And we had a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Which, you know, I'm a big fan when the weekend's nice. I mean, I like it when it's always nice, but
especially on the weekend.
Yeah. And it looks like there's going to be some changes in store now for that.
Yes. So just close your eyes and pretend like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays are the new weekend.
But it's not.
It's not. I'm sorry, but you can't blame me for trying, right? Okay, here's the bottom line for the forecast. We'll have beautiful weather through Wednesday. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be dry, but the pattern will flip for Thursday and beyond. Rain chances going up and temperatures going down, slipping down into the upper 50s to low 60s for some lower elevations this weekend. So that'll feel very fall-like out there. It's a current look at air quality. It still is lousy on that eastern side of the Labor Mountain fire that's running right on the line of Kittitas County and Chelan County. But for the rest of us in the Kittitas Valley, the Yakima Valley, the Basin, the foothills, the Blues, seeing green on this map, which means good to great air quality. Current temperatures this morning, my goodness, still 29 degrees in the Kittitas Valley. So maybe for the first time this year, you would want to break out the ice cream, at least for the first time this fall. You know what I'm trying to say. 30s and 40s for the rest of us. Your hourly forecast on this Monday in the Tri-Cities only going to be up around 60 for lunchtime, but closer to 70 for the warmest part of the day. Folks, it is going to be a magnificent Monday forecast, and I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of said forecast coming up in a few minutes.
I love a magnificent Monday. All right, 6:30 now, and we start this half hour of news with your health headlines. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and that means that once again, the flag will fly high above Cadillac Regional Medical Center, honoring survivors and remembering lives lost. This year, it also is about educating families on the genetic risk of breast cancer. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen has more on the link between breast cancer and the BRCA gene.
For more than 20 years, Cadillac has raised this pink flag in Richland. It's a symbol of hope and a call to action for early detection. For survivor Jenna Bogard, that message is deeply personal.
I was diagnosed in April after a little over 2.5 years of seeking help to figure out what was wrong and what this lump was that I had in my breast. It kept presenting as mastitis.
Doctors say that picture often begins with a gene, known as the breast cancer gene, or BRCA.
Mutations in BRCA1 or 2 can affect the DNA repair process, which means as our cells grow and divide, their DNA is continuously replicated. And if that process isn't repaired by a good enzyme, then cancer can form.
BRCA testing can be life-saving, especially for families with a history of breast or ovarian cancer.
If you had a sister who was diagnosed with breast cancer in her 40s, or somebody with a particularly aggressive breast cancer, all of these things are potentially signs that a breast cancer gene mutation may be present in your family.
Dr. Rohrg says the strongest links are those in your immediate family. For Jenna, knowing her risks and having support made all the difference.
I'm still going through it, so I still have more time here at Cadillac with Dr. Drosh and his team. I would encourage anyone, go get your mammogram, go get checked.
As the flag rises again this year, Cadillac leaders say it's more than tradition. It's a reminder that awareness, screenings, and genetic testing can help save lives. From flagpoles to family histories, the message is clear. Understanding your genetic risk is key to early detection. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And if you're interested in learning more about BRCA testing or breast cancer screenings, Cadillac offers genetic counseling and mammography services year-round. Health experts, of course, stress the sooner you know your risk, the sooner you can take action. 6:33 now, and a big water storage project could be coming to the Yakima Basin. It's all a part of a long-term plan to help both farms and fish. The Springwood Ranch site just outside of Ellensburg has been brought through a team effort between the state and several conservation groups. Right now, a multi-million-dollar feasibility study is looking at how a reservoir could be built there. That includes studying the geology and different options for the size of the project, and it's all part of the basin-wide integrated plan that involves irrigation districts, state and federal agencies, and conservation organizations.
There's not going to be enough water with natural flows to completely fill even the oldest water rights in the basin. So that's why storage is more important than ever, and trying to do new water storage in a way that's helpful for fish.
Revel says that the study should take about another year to finish, and after that, the focus will shift to funding and permitting before any actual construction can get started. All right, October means pumpkins, costumes, and even some holiday shopping. A few major sales are already creeping in, plus some great deals on some top-rated products. In today's Consumer Reports, we've got all the details on what they are and where you can get them.
Heading to the store for some Halloween candy? You may want to hit a few extra aisles because while it may seem frightfully early, October is a huge month for saving money on just about anything.
October really kicks off the holiday shopping season. You've got Amazon's Prime Big Deal Day sale on October 7th and 8th, and big sales from other major retailers.
You may know Dyson for their vacuums, but did you hear? CR's tests show there's a lot to like about their on-track noise-canceling headphones, now half off on the company's website. CR says they deliver superb sound and top-notch noise canceling. Keep your little goblins fed with this Instant Pot air fryer, nearly half off with a Prime membership on Amazon. CR likes its intuitive controls, quiet operation, and easy-to-clean design.
So many of these discounts are going to keep going through November, leading right into Black Friday.
And at some stores, the return window won't come back to haunt you if you're buying holiday gifts early.
Some retailers start their extended holiday return windows in October, giving you until January to make any returns.
If you have the urge to splurge on someone special this shopping season, CR recommends the Edifier Bluetooth speakers on sale at Amazon. CR says their standout sound quality makes them a bargain, even at full price. You can brew up a potion that gets you going in the morning with this 10-cup grind and brew Melita coffee maker marked down at Macy's. It may be pricey, but CR says you might just taste the difference. So carve out some time to get a jump, not a jump scare, on your holiday shopping. Happy Halloween and happy hunting for deals. This is Marcy Whalen.
And a friendly reminder from Consumer Reports, be sure to check the store's return policy before buying any holiday gifts this season. As you heard, some stores are already accepting those returns past the holidays. Others are not doing that yet. All right, coming up next, it was a fast weekend in the Tri-Cities as race cars hit the tracks for the annual Fall Classic. Coming up, we have a behind-the-scenes look as, look at her right there, our very own Jessica Jalal riding along in one of the race cars. We have more on that and who was behind the wheel after the break. Plus, we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth and your first alert forecast on this Monday as it starts to get a little lighter outside. Sunrise set for 7:02 this morning as we're starting to see a little bit of that sherbet sky out there. We're back after the break.
Join us for the biggest sale of the year this holiday weekend at More Furniture. You'll find all the newest styles, functions, and features when you shop our gorgeous fall arrivals. And best of all, it's in stock and on sale. Plus, for a limited time with your minimum purchase of $14.99, choose your bonus. Free white glove delivery of your purchase or we'll pay your sales tax. Visit your local More Furniture today and save big. More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region. Upgrade your kitchen with the spacious LG refrigerator with its innovative cooling technology and generous storage capacity. Keep your food fresher for longer while enjoying the modern design that complements any kitchen decor. The Smart ThinQ technology allows you to control and diagnose your refrigerator from your smartphone. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm?
insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Meet an artist whose canvas is a farmer's field in the Palouse.
We want it to look natural. We want it to look like it's supposed to be there and not just a fake.
Fly the Northwest over Cougar Art.
Carving on the ground, the ancient people have done it forever.
Apple Valley News Now at 6, Tuesday.
Monday, Jennifer Lopez comes to life from Kiss of the Spider Woman. If you need a backup dancer, I always need a backup dancer.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking another live, beautiful look at those pastel colors up in the skies. The sun comes up on this Monday morning, and this view coming courtesy of the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. You can download it for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Here's your day planner forecast for today. For lower elevations around lunchtime, you're going to be around 60. And then for the warmest part of the day, 4 p.m., 5 p.m., closer to 70. Pretty seasonal stuff for this part of October. Okay, here's that zone by zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County, going to be in the mid 60s up towards the pass, upper 60s for Ellensburg. Light winds here, but there could be some gustier winds by US 97. So again, not the best news when it comes to containment efforts of the Labor Mountain fire in particular. Then in the Yakima Valley, around 70 up and down the valley, light gust. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, also we're looking at some lighter gusts. High temperatures around 70 for the most part, but could have some mid 60s down towards Boardman. And then for the Morrow County foothills, we're going to be in the mid to upper 60s for the foothills. And then for the rest of the foothills, right around 70 degrees, 50s and 60s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. And these gusts in the foothills out of the north and east between 15 to 20 miles per hour. But again, beautiful weather for the first 3 days of this week, but then things will shift towards the end of the week into the weekend. I'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, we are talking community events. Engines roaring into West Richland over the weekend as the Tri-City Raceway hosted its 38th annual Fall Classic.
And before the competition heated up, a very familiar face, our very own Jessica Jalal, got to see what it was like to be inside one of the race cars. Take a look.
The smell of rubber and the sound of horsepower zoomed into West Richland over the weekend as the 38th annual Fall Classic took over the Tri-City Raceway. It's one of the biggest short track racing events in the Pacific Northwest, and it's a weekend that draws racers from all across the region. For the second straight season, this Fall Classic will expand from a 125-lap race back to the more traditional 200-lap event. And just ahead of the races, the mayor of West Richland, Brent Jerry, took a few laps around the track, and I got to tag along.
Tomorrow morning, you got to let them know that you got to ride with the mayor.
Gotcha, yeah. Jerry was instrumental in bringing the Fall Classic back to the TCR 4 years ago. We got to hear from some of the racers about what makes the Tri-City so special, and they also expressed their need for speed.
I used to skydive and snowmobile and all that speed thing. So yeah, the adrenaline, this takes the cake as far as adrenaline goes, by far.
Speed and getting to go and be the main show for some of the races, not just being like a little sideshow.
Featuring the Northwest Super Late Model Series, there is a hefty $10,000 prize up for grabs for the winner of Sunday's race.
Races wrapping up yesterday. Taking home first place in the 2025 Fall Classic 200 was Ethan Ebert. Hayden Plybon finishing second. Zach Reel taking third. Congrats to all of them. So much fun for Jessica. And who knew the mayor out there had such a need for speed?
Definitely, and I think after this, maybe she's going to have a little bit of a lead foot. What do you think?
She might get to work a little faster now. Yeah. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Your morning sprint and everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning, and give you that live look outside from right here at our Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick as the sun is starting to come up on this Monday. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will break down your full First Alert forecast, what we can expect throughout the week after the break.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess, nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting him to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
The new iPhone 17 Pro is finally here. And at US Cellular, it's easier than ever to get it on us with no trade-in.
Wow, the new iPhone 17 Pro is thrilling.
It even has the ultimate pro camera system.
Oh, that's even more thrilling.
You don't have to trade in your old phone, so there's nothing stopping you from getting the new iPhone.
Nice. I kind of wish someone would stop me, though, so I can get the new iPhone.
Thanks for riding.
No, thank you.
Get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Irresistibly smooth chocolate to put the world on pause. Lindor, made to melt you by the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday starting at 4 p.m.
WSUR Tonapalooza Farmers Field. Fly the Northwest Tuesday at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a gorgeous day out there. Lots of sunshine from the Cascades to the Blues and all points in between. And high temperature is going to feel fantastic. Around 70 degrees for the valleys, for the basin, and for the foothills. Pretty normal stuff for the 6th of October. And then 50s and 60s up in the mountains. Wind gusts a little bit breezy today in the Cascades for US 97, so not the best news for containment efforts of the Labor Mountain fire. Also a little bit breezy for the Blue Foothills, light winds for the rest of us, and then for tonight, clear skies and overnight lows. Maybe not as chilly as this morning, but still brisk out there with 30s and 40s. And the gust at this point calming down for US 97, but picking up towards White Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, so that will not be great news for the Wildcat fire. Then for Tuesday, breezy for both fires in the Cascades, also a little bit breezy for the Blues, but lower elevation is going to see lighter winds. And then by Tuesday night, calming down for the Wildcat fire, still breezy for the Labor Mountain fire, and some of those gusts shooting down the mountain gaps of Kittitas County, so places like Cle Elum, Rosalind, Thorpe, and Ellensburg could be a little bit breezy by Tuesday night. Our forecast is going to be very pleasant, very fall-like, very seasonal for the next few days. A lot of sunshine, but then you see that downward slide in temperatures from Thursday through Sunday. That's going to sync up with rain chances going up. So we love to see this. We want to see more of it. We need the rainfall, especially to get those fires under control up in the Cascades. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Warm, dry, and sunny through Wednesday, cooler and wetter Thursday through Sunday. In Yakima, highs hover around 70 over the next few days. The rain chances could drive highs all the way down to 60 by Sunday. In Ellensburg, perfect fall weather to start this week, then quite brisk this weekend with mid-50s to low 60s. For Hermiston, low to mid-70s with a lot of sunshine for the next 3 days, and shower chances with cooler highs Thursday and into the weekend. Finally, for Walla Walla, perfect early October weather for the first half of the week. Small rain chances Thursday and Friday, and rain likely for a much cooler weekend. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, life after Ozzy Osbourne.
How is your mother doing now? You know, when people have been asking me that question, I say she's okay, but she's not okay.
Just days before the release of his father's posthumous memoir, Last Rites, Jack Osbourne opening up about the passing of his rock legend dad and how his mother Sharon is coping.
Can she feel the affection and the appreciation? Oh my God, yeah. I know she feels the love. And I think that has been such a level that none of us could ever really, we have, you know, I think every child sits there and kind of has this thought about one day their parents won't be there and what will that be like. It's just a part of being a human. We just didn't think of it. And so it was a different weight to it.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more with Jack Osbourne. With your GMA First Look, I'm Chris Connolly, ABC News, Los Angeles.
.651, and we start your morning sprint with your national headlines this morning, as tomorrow will mark 2 years since the war in Gaza began. Analysts say an end could be within reach as ceasefire talks begin in Egypt today. Negotiators are discussing President Trump's 20-point roadmap for peace. It calls for an immediate end to the war and then gives Hamas 72 hours to release all Israeli hostages. After that, it has Israel set free 250 prisoners and 1,700 detainees. The plan also involves Israel's eventual withdrawal from Gaza. For the first time, Israeli leaders are publicly agreeing to that idea. Hey, your business headlines at 6:52 this morning. Rite Aid has officially shut down all of its stores nationwide. In a statement on its website, the company thanked customers for their many years of support. The pharmacy chain announced the store closure in May when it filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That was the second time the company had filed for bankruptcy since 2023. Rite Aid previously said customers' prescriptions would be transferred to other pharmacies. Its website has links for those customers to get more information. And talking sports this morning, the Seattle Seahawks lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday. The game tied 35-35 with a minute 15 left. In the last 3 seconds on the clock, Buccaneers Chase McLaughlin nailing a 39-yard field goal to win the game. And talking baseball now, a win for the Mariners as they beat out the Detroit Tigers yesterday. Final score 3-2 Mariners, marking the Mariners' first home postseason win since 2001 ALDS. At 6:53 now, your top 5 local things you need to know this morning as you head out the door. First, take you to Pasco, where police there made 4 DUI arrests over the weekend on Saturday night alone. One of those arrests was from a suspect driving the car you see right there on your screen. As you can see, much of that front tire is missing. Officers say the man tried to park and then run, but when he got out to run, he ran into a fenced area and then was shortly arrested. On top of the DUI, he's now facing charges of failure to stop. Officers reminding the public that there are much safer and better things to do than drink and drive. And to Yakima, where the airport director, Robert Hodgman, is retiring effective October 31st. He cites frustration with city leadership and, quote, a difficult work environment created by a lack of support. Now, a spokesperson with the city says that they will begin the search for a new airport director in the next few days. And the Kennewick School District is hosting a safety summit at the Kamiakin High School Library tomorrow. It all comes after a 14-year-old student allegedly made a credible threat on social media. Authorities say during their investigation of that threat, they found videos, a manifesto, and a color-coded map of the school indicating a shooting plot was underway. The Safety Summit is designed to bring everyone together for an open and moderated discussion on school safety. That meeting again is set for tomorrow, October 7th at 6 p.m. at the Kamiakin Library, and you are encouraged to submit any questions in advance. And October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this means a pink flag is once again flying high above Cadillac's Regional Medical Center. It's to honor survivors, remember lives lost, and this year also educate families on the genetic risks of breast cancer and the BRCA gene. Well, over the weekend, Congressman Dan Newhouse met with local farmers to talk about crops that are growing in popularity, and one of those being hemp. Crops like apples and hops have had smaller markets in the past few years, so a lot of farmers in the area have turned to growing hemp to make back some of that lost money. Well, farmers are asking Representative Newhouse for some language in the House Agricultural Appropriations Bill to be changed because it currently bans hemp and its products. Congressman says he would support the change. At 6:55, trending this morning, police in Brazil came to the aid of a wounded jaguar earlier this week.
The jaguar was found in a river in the state of Amazonas on Wednesday. Police say the animal was swimming with difficulty and was trying not to drown.
As you can see, police used an improvised flotation device as they assisted in the rescue. Jaguar was taken to a vet, and a clinical evaluation showed that he had actually been shot and had some fractured teeth also.
Oh, well, the animal remains under specialized veterinary care, and we hope it gets better soon.
I mean, they're wild animals, but they're so beautiful too. They're
precious, and I have a cat, and it's just hard to think about, like, oh, that's related to that thing. You know, whenever she's cuddled up on my left seat and like sleepy and yawning, and like, you're a predator. Come on.
Oh, get us out the door this morning as we are set for another nice day.
Yeah, it is brisk out there. We'll take a look at temperatures in just a second. But first, wanted to touch on the air quality real quick. Still, air quality looking lousy on the eastern side of the Labor Mountain fire, impacting Blewett Pass and some portions of Chelan County. But some of that moderate air quality has now slipped down into the Kittitas Valley, into the Yakima Valley as well. But for the rest of us, good air quality. It's something we'll track throughout the rest of today. Current temperatures, look at that, 29 degrees this morning in Ellensburg, 37 for the Tri-Cities, 46 in Walla Walla. So it might be a little bit frosty this morning in Ellensburg and Cle Elum and Roslyn. A little bit later today, like Jade was talking about, a beautiful forecast. High temperatures around 70. Lots of sunshine from the Cascades to the Blues. And the bottom line for the forecast is that we'll continue to have weather just like this for Tuesday and Wednesday. But by Thursday, rain chances going up, temperatures going down. Could struggle to warm up to 60 degrees this weekend in some locations.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That sounds cold.
A little brisk, a little chilly, yeah.
All right, thanks so much for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on these stories and more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back with local news and weather tonight after Monday Night Football. Have a great day.